Hi, welcome to my next video. This time I wanted to show you something a little bit new and different because I started a new illustration series. This is a little bit of an experimental thing because I want to fix some things in my usual illustration style that I didn't like so much, and also I'll be trying to learn a lot of things during this series. But first, this series is based on photos that we took with Kana while we were still living in Tokyo near Waseda. And there's a cute tram line there, the last tram line in Tokyo, which is called Arakawa line. And this line actually starts in Waseda and goes around the city, and it's actually made of pieces of tram lines that were originally all over Tokyo, but now only this one remains. And we liked it a lot, we liked the trains, so we made some location hunting, we took a lot of photos, and I wanted to use them for some time to make a nice illustration series. I did not have the time and I did not have the idea, but now I found a little bit of a purpose for this, so I decided it's time to start. I would really like to be better at drawing characters, and not only my kind of fantasy characters like the dog I usually do, but characters that are based on people that could be just walking down the street, just real people. I wanted to choose some people that kind of walked into the camera field while we were location hunting the trains with Kana, and just by accident we took some photos of some local people. So I wanted to do a series with the train as the main thing, but also featuring a lot of interesting people that I want to kind of redesign into my style, so something similar to the characters that you could see in the Yokohama series. I would really like to be able to draw this kind of stylish design, simple characters, but also kind of full of life and character, and also a little bit less stiff than the things that I usually do with characters. It's because I sketch and sketch and sketch and correct and correct and correct, and always am kind of not fully satisfied with the look, so they end up looking kind of stiff and not really alive. So this is one thing I would like to kind of practice in this series. But the second thing is also my problem with lines. Some time ago I noticed that the lines that I do with the black pen and black ink kind of overwhelm pictures, especially bright ones like this one, and because of that the watercolors are not as prominent as I would like them to be. I would like the pictures to be more focused on the overall color and light and atmosphere of a place than just the black lines filled in with watercolors. To fight it, I tested some solutions already. I did some pictures using gray ink multiliner pens or just gray ink in a pen, and used some tricks with pencils and getting those to work with watercolors better, but in the end nothing kind of satisfied me yet, so I'm still searching, and this series is also kind of a testing ground for this. This time I decided to use color ink, color fountain pen ink in a fountain pen. This ink is waterproof, so I can use it with watercolors without any problems, and because this ink has this kind of beautiful blue-black color, I think I will be able to use it for the lines without it kind of overwhelming the light pastel colors that I would like to use in this series. The pen I'm using here is the LAMY Safari, so the cheapest model that they have, I think, with the M nib, which allows me to draw on watercolor paper even if it has some texture, with nice flowing stable lines, which is really important for doing a line work. But also this pen allows me to do quicker lines, which kind of breaks the line and allows a little bit lighter marks. The ink I'm using here is called Sei-Boku, and it's made by a company called Sailor. It's nice and waterproof and comes in a nice big bottle. I think it's like 50 milliliters or something, and it's a fountain pen ink, so it does not clog fountain pens. There is also a second ink from this series. This is a pigment-based series that is waterproof and should be light-proof also because of the pigment base. The second ink is called, from what I recall, Sei-Boku. I have it also, but I think for this series I will use the more bluish one. Okay, that's it for the goals. I think I will try to keep the painting process, making process as simple as I can. Though with the first piece here, I kind of made it the usual way. So I first sketched it, then kind of sketched it again in Procreate, then printed the sketch, traced it with the fountain pen with the blue ink, then scanned the lines, tested the colors in Procreate, and finally colored the piece with my Schmincke watercolor set. I also used Schmincke masking fluid for the first time with this piece. Okay, this is how the illustration looks like when it's finished and colored and scanned and edited in Photoshop just a bit. You can see it in better details on my blog. That's it for this video, I hope you liked it. As always, feel free to comment, share and subscribe, and you can also support me on Patreon. Your support there allows me to spend my time doing this kind of projects and sharing them with you. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye!